This is Boston Lanka's special election series on the presidential elections, and I am Chitral Dimel. First of all, on this election eve, we wish the two leading candidates, President Mahinda Rajapaksa and Mr. Maithripala Sirisena, all the best. To discuss the expectations of the Sri Lankan expatriates, we join with Virosh Perera, the CEO of the Serendib News Network in Melbourne, Australia. Virosh, most of the time, Sri Lankans living in abroad are just spectators when election time comes. Now, is that the role we, the Sri Lankan expatriates, should be having when there is a national election?
First of all, Chitra, thank you for having me on the program. You have given us a great opportunity to showcase what is the expat community is all about. Role of expat community is a lot beyond that. We have come here with choices. We have come here with certain aspirations to take ourselves forward in our ways. But expat communities are not given opportunity or not utilized in the proper way for the betterment of Sri Lanka. We as expat communities, I think, according to the statistics, we have about 1.5 million to 2 million living overseas. That's a massive part of the community. That would be about 10% of the Sri Lankan population, maybe 5 to 7% maximum. So this 5 to 7%, there's a financially about $8 billion remittances to Sri Lanka every year. Sri Lanka is depending on this inflow of money every year. I don't think it's enough what the government is doing at the moment. I think personally, I would like to see at least the voting right for Sri Lanka, Sri Lankans living overseas, people who carry a Sri Lankan passport. And also, we as expat community, we promote tourism in a big way. Within ourselves, we promote to our friends, families, our colleagues, and so many other people. And also, we act as self-appointed brand ambassadors when we live here. We talk goodness of Sri Lanka and what we do back in Sri Lanka. So when you consider so many things that we do voluntary to Sri Lanka, I don't think we have a fair share from what at the moment. We are not contributing. We are not directly involved with anything. So it's time for them to do a consultation, not only through the high commissions, but there are a lot of expat communities educated, done so much outside Sri Lanka. Get them involved and make Sri Lanka a better place through this process.
When we are away from Sri Lanka, we could most of the time look at what is happening in Sri Lanka objectively. Now, what can you tell about the choices people are having in terms of the candidates?
Well, I would like to see Sri Lanka, or maybe I would like to go back a little bit further. I want to see Sri Lankanness. Sri Lankan is a very unique concept. I think we all lived in peace and harmony in so many years back. Our strength is the warmth that we have, the hospitality that we have, and hardworking, and we are very loyal. I don't see that is progressing at the moment. We are all over the place in politics and so many other things. I think what we want is Sri Lankanness back. Let's put Sri Lanka forward, Sri Lanka in the box seat. Make sure that we follow that dream, not about the color, not about the logo, or not about our personal aspiration, what I want to achieve through this political process. Let's put Sri Lanka forward. That's what we are all about. We were very hospitable so many years back. I'm a Sri Lankan Sinhalese, and I live with Tamil people, I live with Muslim people, I live with Burghers. I never had a problem. Up to today, I don't have a problem. We carry a newspaper with 3 languages, Tamil, Sinhalese, and English. And still up to today, we don't have a problem. It's only a very small minority have a problem against this issue. So politically, I don't see we are progressing in that way. We are progressing in very different ways. I think it's time we should come back together and understand we will be a role model to the world, to be like a multicultural society. Let's bring that back to Sri Lanka. I really want to see that through this political process.
What are the areas people should focus when electing the next president for Sri Lanka, in your view?
Obviously, I haven't seen a positive policy or vision for Sri Lanka through their communications. All what I hear is Mr. MR or Mr. MS. They talk about what they have told each other in the in the political game. So maybe MR will come and say what bad MS has said, or what MS will tell what bad MR has said. So what we need is a proper vision for Sri Lanka, something that take everyone forward, not about the mass, but there are quality Sri Lankan circles all over the world, as also in Colombo. But why don't you address the vision? Because it's not petty politics that will take Sri Lanka forward. That is good for the gallery to get the votes and make things happen. But I think we need a lot beyond that. We need to see Sri Lanka progressing. I'm sure we have seen quite a bit in the last 5 years. I take my hat off for Mr. President, what he has done through the last government. But I think there's a lot beyond that. Everyone should be a part of it. It's not only a small team. Everyone should contribute.
Now, what I'm hearing from you is that the need of the hour is a common program that we all Sri Lankans could relate to.
Vision for Sri Lanka. Say all what we need is everyone to know Sri Lanka will be the best cricket team in the world in 2020. Sri Lanka will be the best, maybe the financial hub in Asia, or maybe in the world. So we all know we have a goal to achieve. All the small brand ambassadors, that's the citizen of the country, will know we are working towards this goal. At the moment, we don't know the goal. We are all going all over the place. So once the goals are set, we all can work hard towards that. We know where we are heading to. Cricket, we all know we want to be world champions. But what about other things? Financial, health, education. Education, we have so much of scope. We are one of the best in the world. Look at the accountants, doctors, engineers. Sri Lankans are very well known in the world. When they come to Australia or go to US, they'll perform exceptionally well. So I think get these people and put a big vision together for Sri Lanka, and we all contribute it. We need a vision, sir, long term.
So you think this is not happening now?
They have done up to a level. I think there's a lot beyond that. We cannot deny what they have done. They have done the cosmetics of the business. They have done Colombo very well. They have done certain infrastructure. So what I like to see is get more things involved and make this the hub to the world. Maybe we can provide labor to the world. We are a very smart nation. We are hardworking. We are very loyal. And something that I would like to share is when I walk into any business meeting in Australia, when I say I'm Sri Lankan, they would like to talk to me. They know the difference between Sri Lankan and other Asian nations. I'm very proud of that. They will open the door for me. My brothers, Indian brothers, they love to work with Sri Lankans. So we have some reputation out there. We don't want to deteriorate that. We want to progress on that. We want to piggyback on that. So what we want is something to go to the next level. It's enough being in this level. We've been blessed to achieve so many things in the last few years, even with all the problems. So it's time to maybe raise the bar a little bit and do something better.
Now I know, Virosh, you are just one Sri Lankan expatriate voice. Say if the new president, whether it's Mahinda Rajapaksa or Maithripala Sirisena, ask your view as a Sri Lankan expatriates about how best the country could utilize the expertise of the Sri Lankan expatriates, what would be your response?
I think expat community role engagement is needed, because if you take USA or Australia or UK, we have so many big academics that have contributed to the local governments. If you look at NASA, there's a top notch in NASA. They have done so much in for the that environment. So there are a lot of big people out there. Even in Australia, the ex-governor of Victoria is a Sri Lankan. So many big names are out there. They are manage and run these countries. So the knowledge and the expertise is pretty big. Well, what I'm thinking is get these the big names that who have done so much. They are willing to go back and do things. They are just names. They haven't promised me that they'll do anything. But I see there's more people out there who would like to do something. So expat engagement or bring them back to Sri Lanka, get them to do certain things, make the country better, we will be the best country in the world, performing country in the world. Next to, so, we are next to India. We have a massive market. They love to go through Sri Lanka because we have a free trade agreement with India. So I think all what I request at this point is get engaged with the expat community much more than what you're doing now. And also look at $8 billion. Sri Lankan government don't have much engagement with this financial contribution. I think if you really look at it, if you continue to work with the expat community, this 8 billion becomes 16 billion with no time. There's so much can be done. And all this Sri Lankan expat community go back to Sri Lanka and the tourism numbers goes up. That's how it's working. We go and spend more money than a tourist. We all know that. We spend money on hotels, we spend money on travel, we spend money on restaurants, we create small jobs when we go back to Sri Lanka. So get them involved, get the small business going, invest in small places. So that will be a great opportunity for government to create employment to the local community, which we are having problems at the moment. They are having so many problems with the university students finding employment. So if you create so many opportunities for expat community, they can support them. And also positive image of Sri Lanka. We are the brand ambassadors living here. Everyone asks us. They won't go back to Mr. Rajapaksa and ask them, what do you think about this country? They ask about Sri Lanka from us. So more you contribute to our lives living here, we will take Sri Lanka forward in a positive way. So all what I'm asking at this point is have a vision for Sri Lanka, get expat community involved, and also if you really concerned, you can also get them to vote. In a situation like this, there will be about at least 500,000 good votes that you can make use of it. So there's so many ways that you can get us involved and make Sri Lanka a better place for everyone. And another thing is, I like to see so many years back, Singapore was looking at becoming Sri Lanka. Now we wanted to become like Singapore. I think let's go back. Let's become Sri Lanka. Create Sri Lanka a good brand. Make this a better place. So other Asian communities would like to follow us. Not we are going to follow any of us, because we have enough within ourselves to make it a better place.
Anything else you want to say to the leading candidates or for the people in Sri Lanka?
Yes, I just want to congratulate both candidates, Mr. Mahinda Rajapaksa and Mr. Maithripala Sirisena, for just working towards the common goal of making Sri Lanka a better place. We are proud and privileged to be Sri Lankans all over the world. We have a very big heart towards Sri Lanka. We like to see peace, harmony, and progress of Sri Lanka in years to come. Whatever you do, we love to help you and to support you. So take this challenge. We are all there to support you. No matter, we are not taking a side, we are not taking color. Get everyone involved for this beautiful place that we call Mother Lanka, and make this a better place for all of us and for our future generation. Thank you very much, Chitral, and good luck.